If you clicked on this video, you're either not seeing the sales you want to see, or you've been stagnant for a while and you're ready to scale your business with an increase in sales again. Either way, watch to the end because I'm sharing 6 easy steps you can take to increase sales. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brandy with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. Before we get started, super quick, go ahead and like this video for me, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the videos we publish weekly to help you grow your business. All right, let's jump in with step number 1, analyze your sales process. If you don't currently have a sales process, that's your first problem. Sales is not something that you should approach blindly, just hoping that whatever you're doing works out. There's a science to it with a step-by-step process, and if you're not following those steps, or if you're missing a step or not performing a step correctly, then you need to address that first. Now, if you Google sales process, you'll find varying links like a 3-step process, 7-step process, 4-step process, etc. They're all essentially the same. Some of them just combine multiple steps into one and so on. Let's look at this 7-step process as an example. Step 1, prospecting, finding your clientele. Preparation, researching your leads before speaking with them. Approach, contacting them and getting the call scheduled. Presentation, your sales pitch. Handling objections, overcoming reasons the lead would say no. Closing, asking for the sale. And follow-up, getting the sale and or maintaining the relationship. Now you can add steps to that or combine some of them into one depending on how you go about your sales process. For instance, some people put preparation in the same step as approach. It doesn't really matter how you word it, but the main key is that you don't want to subtract steps from this outline. So when it comes to analyzing your sales process, you want to A, make sure you have a sales process like this in place, and B, identify where you're losing leads. Are you not finding qualified prospects? Are you failing to overcome objections in your presentation? Are you not following up with them enough? Find out where the hole is in your sales process and patch it up. Because if you're following all these steps correctly with effort, then you should absolutely be closing leads. Now, I can make a separate video going over the sales process in more detail if that's something you'd be interested in. So comment below and let me know if that's something you'd like to see from me. But for now, let's move on to my second tip on how to increase sales. Step number 2 is to have case studies available. If you're B2B, you might already have some case studies, and I'm about to share some tips on how to better them in a second. Or if you're B2C, case studies might not be something you've considered, and they will look a little different for you, but you should still have them. The basic purpose of a case study is to show your potential customer how you've achieved the results they're looking for with other customers just like them. So for a B2C company, this could look like having your best reviews present on your website or product pages. A lot of retail stores do a great job of this by having reviews for each product on that product page with customer photos available to look through. For B2B companies, case studies are usually a little more extensive, showing how you took a client from point A to point B with your services. A couple tips for these kinds of case studies include updating them every few months because leads will notice if you're showing them results from 3 years ago, as well as making sure you have case studies for every industry or type of client that you work with. Looking at LYFE Marketing as an example, we help small businesses from all kinds of industries, and it's natural for a restaurant owner to want to see results from other restaurants that we've helped. Even if we achieved great results for a doctor's practice, that probably wouldn't carry as much weight to a restaurant owner as, like I said, a case study about a restaurant. So try to make sure you have enough case studies available to resonate with any potential lead that you get. And then my last case study tip here that applies to either B2B or B2C companies is to focus more on the satisfaction of the client and the things you accomplished more than the steps you took to get them there. Focusing more on the results than what you did to achieve those results helps keep the case study customer-centric. All right, the third step to increasing sales is to ask for referrals. If you're not already doing this, then I can tell you you're missing out on a lot of potential leads. A great goal you can set for yourself here is to ask for 1 to 2 referrals a day during your work week, because over time that adds up. If there are 261 working days in a year, then that's 261 to 522 referrals you're asking for a a year, or missing out on a year if you're not. When looking back at the sales process we talked about earlier, some people make asking for referrals its own step outside of maintaining customer relationships because it's that important. Every person you talk to has their own network of people that they talk to. Friends, family, coworkers, acquaintances, people from church, parents of their kids' friends, and so on. If you ask everyone you know for referrals, you're bound to find more people who were not originally in your network that need what you provide. And again, if you guys want me to make that separate sales process video, I can go more in depth on how to nurture your existing leads from the start in such a way that encourages referrals. But for this video, just know that if you're not asking for referrals, you are not maximizing the value of your existing leads. Now, before we get into step 4, first here is a quick message from Morgan on our new coaching program.
Hello! We just helped a small business make over $1.5 million through Facebook advertising. After managing millions of dollars of ad spend for thousands of small businesses and creating thousands of social posts to help businesses connect with their customers, we know how to get results. And we want to help small businesses get results too. So we've decided to give away our knowledge, learning experiences, resources, tools, and feedback to help you achieve results for your digital marketing efforts. If you want to learn the blueprint for success, the best practices from some of the fastest growing companies in the world, get access to all the tools you'll need, and get live expert guidance from yours truly, stop what you're doing and sign up for our coaching program today.
All right, step 4 is to invest in what's working. If you've already been running social media ads or Google ads for a while, or if you've been posting YouTube videos or sending out emails, you need to perform an audit to see what's been working for you. If there's a glaring difference between how many conversions are coming from YouTube versus how many are coming from Twitter, invest into the platform that's generating the results. Scale back on the platform that isn't and reallocate the money and time spent there to the one that is. Morgan has a video on Google Analytics metrics that will be a good watch for you as well if you don't know how to measure where your website traffic and conversions are coming from overall, so I will link that video in the description. But I would suggest performing an audit every 6 months to a year to keep a pulse on which of your marketing efforts are currently driving sales so that you can scale those efforts. All right, step 5 is to audit the functionality of your website. Is your checkout process working smoothly? Or is that why you're losing out on sales? Is your contact form failing to save lead information correctly? Maybe you invested in a great case study tab on your website, but it never loads. These are technical errors that can be fixed instantly, but if they go unchecked, problems can arise that directly impact your sales. So if you're not seeing the sales you want, audit your website or whatever platform you use to collect sales to make sure everything is working properly. And then lastly, step 6 to increase sales is to give your clients a good, better, and best plan. We do this for each of our services to give clients a range of options based on what fits their needs and budget. B2C companies can do this by bundling their products. Customers can either buy a singular product, buy a small bundle, or a bigger bundle to get the best deal. Just make sure the best plan or the biggest bundle is also the best and biggest value the customer can get from you to validate the price. Doing this makes the smallest price seem fair and the bigger price seem like a deal. All right, you guys, that wraps up my 6 steps on how to increase sales. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to comment and let me know if you want to see that sales process step video from me. Otherwise, subscribe and hit the notification bell before you go, and I will see you in the next episode.